Good morning, this is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 7 minutes. Going to watch SRPT out of the opening gate, so let's see how this one plays out. All right, well, I apologize. That movement moved very quickly, and I got filled at 128 for 500 shares here on SRPT. Market opens up in about 2 minutes. So turn my back for just a couple of seconds, and like I said, I was already filled and in. So just went in with the 500 shares, nothing big. So we'll see what this one wants to do once the market officially opens, which again starts here in about 2 minutes. So I will pause for the time being and keep you updated. And the markets are now open. So let's see what this one wants to do here. It's working its way up. Can it get up through 128 is the key question. Again, 128 going to be that key break. There is the break. And I'm out there for $250. Hindsight, should have, could have, would have bought some more in pre-market, but wanted to give this thing some time to settle down. But there we are, up 250 to start the morning. Let's see what else I can find. Well, actually, what is this? Value. All right, I'm going to keep my eye on these couple levels right there, see if it wants to roll over. But I'm going to, well, it is pulling back here. Let's see, the low. Definitely a bullish environment right now. So might be looking to buy another dip if it does want to pull back some more. But also want to give this time to settle down a little bit, see if it wants to form some sort of pattern. And actually ATNX, interesting movement here. Oh, wow. So let's see. $17.95. Just double checking. So if it wants to surge up to $17.95, would look to wouldn't mind working on a short position here, but not until it gets at least up to that point, which I have no idea if it'll occur. But if it does, I'll be ready. Have an order at 135.75 here on SRPT. Still got a breakthrough 135, which being the round number as expected. It's a lot of sellers there, currently acting as a big firm solid area of resistance. But if the price breaks through there, I don't want to miss the entry point. So we'll see just how fast it moves, if it can get up above that level. So it's trying. There's the break. So I'm in there for my opening allotment. Got some more up there. So let's see if this thing wants to pull back some. Well, it tried, but it didn't want to fill me. So 1,000 shares at 136.14. Got some more up there at 137. Okay, got some more up there. Going to be able to add some more, hopefully up around there. There we go. Very nice. Average at 137.47. So let's see what this wants to do. Pulling back somewhat. Let's see if it can work its way down to 137 or not. It's trying to pull back. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do here is put a stop loss, 137.51. And now it's not a matter of if I make money, but just how much money am I going to make? And what do I mean by that? Well, I have no idea how far down this is going to go, and I'm all out there. So up over $1,000 now. Want to keep an eye on this one. So keep in mind, and a lot of people always miss this, Clay, you were down that amount, but you only made that amount. Well, you have to keep in mind, that 500 shares, had I kept them and had this kept going down, that win would have been theoretically $2,000, $3,000. So that's one thing that you can tell newer traders don't understand is the potential was there. I still had those 500 shares. Now, granted, it did bounce up and stop me out, but the potential was there for those 500 shares to become a whole lot more valuable and therefore make the overall trade that much larger. So yes, I realize what I made compared to what I was down at one point, but I don't really care about that number because I wanted to build bigger size. But the point is, at the end there, I was totally in a position where if this had continued to come down and down and down, who knows how much those final 500 shares would have made me. Now, granted, like I said, the final 500 shares, they stopped me out at 25. But had this thing just kept rolling over further and further downwards, like I said, hard to know how much they could have potentially made. Always one of my favorite things, and now don't get me wrong, 95% of the people that leave comments, fine, but you can always tell people that they're new, but then they're trying to talk like they act like, so right there, cruel move. Sorry about that. I wanted to grab my annotation tool here, but cruel move right there, that spike up. And that's just hard. That's difficult on these spready stocks. So I would have been stopped out there. But let's just say that I hadn't been stopped out there, right there. How much would those 500 shares now be worth? So again, I really want to reiterate because some people just don't understand. It's not as simple as, oh, you only made that much, but you were down that much. Well, no, the potential was there to have made a whole lot more. And I realize I've repeated that about 20 times now. But I want people to learn. I want people to understand there's a little bit more to it than just looking at how much you were down at one point theoretically to how much you actually made. And the SPY is just booming all of a sudden. Let's take a look at SPY, just the overall markets. And look at that, very nice. All right, well, let's see. It's 10:06. I'm up over $1,000. I'm happy with that. We'll see if I can find another trade. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Little context, it's a Friday that I'm recording this. So Friday, 30 minutes, $1,000. I might as well just start the weekend early because I'm more than happy with that. I'm not sure of many other places where you can do $1,000 in 30 minutes on a Friday. So I'm I am grateful for that, and I'm going to call it a day. If real quick though, if you would like me to keep on making these live trade videos, a couple things you can do. First, just hit that like button. Also, leave a comment below. Interaction, I will reply. So comment, leave and hit that like button. Also, I'd encourage you to check out the channel as a whole. Lots of other videos and content. So hopefully you decide to ultimately subscribe to the channel also. But if nothing else, and you want me to keep on making these videos, then like I said, the easiest way to communicate that to me, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and then hopefully just subscribe to the channel. So nice morning and a nice little learning lesson there on why you actually need to have a plan and strategy. And just remember, focus on, what was the potential, what could have happened. It didn't happen in this situation, but in other situations, it does happen where the price continues to go in your favor. And that's the name of the game. So thanks for hanging out. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.